All right, guys. Hey now. So today's video is going to be a bit different. What I'd like to start doing is sort of showcasing some of the battles I'm having on track and talk my thought process through what I anticipate is going to happen and see what actually does happen. Today we're going to start with two battles, both with the same guy, Adam O. He's a longtime member on one of the groups I race with. Very clean racer, fast racer. And we had tricky conditions. It was raining at the beginning of this race, and it stopped raining about 4 laps ago or something like that. The pit stop kind of threw me off because I thought with this group, it's usually a 25-second fixed stop. So tires are going to add 5 seconds. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to take tires and hopefully it'll be good for the rest of the race. What I didn't realize was there was no fixed time. So I lost a lot of time to people that just did splash and dash. So this is going to be that race. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. All right, so in this race, quali was wet, but it wasn't raining, so it was drying out. It's only a 10-minute qualifying. So my first 2 laps, I got held up behind slower cars, so I decided to return to the garage and try again. And I had enough time for 1 flying lap, and I completely bottled it going through Maggots Beckett's. So I started 14, I believe it was 14 out of 28. So I was right in the mid-pack. Going to the second lap, I managed to get up to P12, but I also managed to spin. So I went back to P21. So a few laps later, I was in this fight with Adam O. Right, so I've been catching him up pretty steadily over the previous few laps, and this is coming into the last turn. And I just couldn't make it stick on the outside. I tried, but I thought, okay, I'm going to get a good run because I had been getting a good run through here on him. So I figure, okay, I'm going to get the run. I'm going to switch over. I'm going to have the inside for the next turn. Job done. Unfortunately, I went a bit too deep, threw him an elbow, sent him off. I almost spun myself. So I figured, okay, I'll just slow down, let him back through. Then flashed my lights, apologized. You know, said sorry, I didn't want to throw him off like that and get the place that way. So then we fought for a while like this. Thought I was going to get a better run out of here, but he got a really good run as well, even though he got a little loose there. Going down the straight, I think I was making a bit of time going into the next corner as well. And I know I was definitely a bit better on the brakes. I was catching up to a lot of the braking zones in the corners. I was just trying to take it easy and hit my marks. And you can see how much time I just gained through there. He's getting a little bit squiggly coming out of the turns. Whereas I'm trying to keep the throttle really easy. Right there, he goes a bit wide. Especially coming up to here. I was making up a lot of time in this braking zone here. And the next one as well. You see the difference in our lines going through here. Had a bit more confidence with the car. It did spin out on that spot there on lap 2. So I knew couldn't push it too hard there. I was just trying not to rear end him at this point. Braking a bit earlier than I was. But again, now I'm at this point, and I knew I was making up time here on him. So I figured I'd have another go. And if I could get it lined up properly, because he wasn't taking the inside here, which it does cost you a bit of time. And I just get the run, and once my nose is on the inside, I think, okay, fine. Let's try this again. I braked a little bit earlier, a little bit longer, tried to stay inside the best I could, and that was that job done. And then this is the last lap. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't realize that the pit stop wasn't a fixed 25-second time, so I took the tires, and Adam O didn't. After the previous pass, I put a pretty good gap on him. I don't know exactly, maybe 6 seconds or so, but I saw him go wide into here. he came out of the pits about 9 seconds ahead of me because he just did a splash and dash. He didn't take tires. So for about 9 laps, I was pushing to make that 9 seconds up, pushing hard as I could to get into the top 10. And at this point, he is in P8 and I'm in P9 at this fight here. You see our difference in lines here. I was just trying to get the exit. I wasn't worried about the entry. I was just worried about the exit, which I did get a good exit out, but unfortunately he took the inside. And unless the guy on the inside makes a mistake, it's almost impossible to do anything, even if you're a bit in front of him, just because of the way the track goes. There's no grip on the outside. So I tried to brake a bit earlier and get on the power a bit earlier to get a run maybe down into here. I did get a little bit more speed tone into here than he did, but it wasn't enough. He does drift it a bit wide there, but there's really nothing I could do. And coming out of that exit, I almost had to stop because I had a better exit coming out and I didn't want to rear end him. And then going through here again, I thought, okay, I'm going to downshift and get on the power as early as I can. It didn't really make a difference. And again, this is the last lap. So I'm pushing because I really wanted that spot, because I just made up about 9 seconds and I really wanted that. So I'm trying everything I can to do this. And I'm thinking, okay, if I could just stay tight to here, I have a chance at the end of the straight. And I think I have a good run. I think I'll get the draft. And then he does the same exact thing that I did on in lap 2. That was it. I finished P8. I started P14, went back to P21, really screwed up my pit stop, and came back for a P8. Really good. It was really fun in those drying conditions. I really enjoyed that a lot. Like it was raining up for the whole hour, minus I think the last 4 laps or so. It stopped raining, so the track was drying. Tires were starting to overheat, but it was really fun. And with Adamo not taking tires, the reason I was able to catch him up those 9 seconds, because I had the fresh tires and he didn't. So the tires made a huge difference. But it was a lot of fun. I'm glad that he did the strategy he did, and I did the strategy I did. Maybe if I didn't take the tires, I could have finished a bit higher. Who knows? I might have spun off because my tires were dead, but it winded up being a really fun race. So hopefully you guys enjoy stuff like this. If you do, I'll make more. I'll probably make more anyway. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you on the next one.